Yeah, welcome guys. Welcome to another episode of like the live streaming that we are doing like regularly on a basis to see how the crypto market is doing, the news that is coming up, and how things are looking in the crypto market. Just to like have a conversation with you guys and me, and like see what is happening or like how the market is performing in general. So yeah, just before we move ahead and start, welcome to the channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. The Bible things to do when you are on YouTube, and you can find me on Instagram, Twitter. Let's get connected on that. And if you want, we can make an OnlyFans too. But today is a great day, to be honest, to like for the XRP army, because a lot of good things like a lot of good articles have been coming up for XRP, as well as some Bitcoin. We are going to talk about this in news articles in traditional media. Bitcoin has been declared dead, at least dead 29 times within this year only, and we are going to see how that revolves with like the price action and stuff, and some Bitcoin facts, and like another thing that is going around the world. So let's see how first like the how the market is doing. So if you see like the market like 1.42, nothing moved like from yesterday. The volume is still like on like if I say in the past 90 days, the volume is like kind of edging towards low to mid. It's not like a proper low, but it's not like a mid-size volume things. But yeah, beat dominance, like BTC dominance, has been like on a downside if you compare from the last day. Because like the BTC price is like Bitcoin price is down, as well as ETH and some other altcoins have been like gaining. Especially the DeFi, the DeFi summer is like kind of booming right now. I think we will say it when it happens, and the gas fees is like this. So what's the overall look of the market? So I think the overall look market is like the market seems pretty good. Like nothing too crazy happening. Market is doing its thing. So Bitcoin is doing its thing. Binance coin, like there's been some stuffs going around Binance as an exchange, and yeah, and what else? So let's see for the top movers. Like what are the top movers for today? So Maker, Compound, Engine, Telcoin. So Telcoin, I think launched their version 3. Like I don't know about the more about this, but Telcoin just launched the version 3. And if you see most of things, I'm talking about Aave, Compound. So looks like the DeFi summer is around the corner, because Aave, Compound, Maker, these are like big DeFi plays, like big. I'm talking about billions of dollars logged in their like value. And Compound, like the Compound protocols also released a new product suite just for the institutional investors. We are going to talk about that. We are going to talk about XRP. So first of all, we have to talk about XRP, how it's like it's not like in this cycle XRP is lagging behind a lot. While every coin is like getting to their all time high, XRP is like it's weak due to like the lawsuit, and it's still like 50% down. When you compare its all time high, it's still 50% down to its like the previous high. So like this cycle it was around 1.6, and the peak was around 310. So XRP is like in the top 10 coins. I think there are two coins like XRP and Doge that are pumpable coins. Like you might not even know, like they can move your portfolio by a magnitude of like hundreds, at least for sure. Like I can tell you my experience. Like XRP has been a multi gainer for me, because I was participating in a hackathon, and let me see, let me go for like the year. So I was participating in a hackathon, and the bounty was like getting XRP, and I got XRP right around this pump. So like you see this pump, I got XRP around this yeah. So the hackathon was in February, so I got XRP. I think maybe it's like this low, and then it pumped, and then I sold like a bunch, but I still like hold, and I've like it just like this was the first project, and like kind of the first project I entered into, so like I have affection to it. So yeah, that's why I love XRP. Other than that, like XRP and those are like pumpable coins, at least for sure. And Polkadot is not looking good. Like Polkadot is like one of the weak projects. I'm talk about that. But so what's the buy right now? So like every day I talk about what's the buy right now. So if you want to buy, what's the buy? I think Theta is still at a great price because Theta just launched their mainnet. So they had a main version 3. I think it was yesterday night. So yeah, so they have launched their elite node you can participate in. I'm trying to like get into this, following the stuff. I have downloaded the requirements. Theta is a great project if you want to buy. Ethereum Classics. I am not like neutral on Ethereum Classic. ICP, like I still have my doubts because there's a lot of centralization towards that, and it started like way too high. Like it started with like, at least like it was 7. It was 7th according to the market cap. I think VeChain. If you want to dollar cost average, VeChain is the thing. Other than that, what else? Luna, Luna. Like if you want Luna, Cosmos. Like I would like definitely recommend Cosmos and PancakeSwap because they were like hit hard. So yeah, so these are my recommendations. So what else? So the first thing, let's talk about what the thumbnail says. So XRP is like getting a great deal because the former Mastercard executives is gonna lead Ripple European expansion. And if you don't know, European market is one of the big markets for Ripple as well as cryptocurrency. So almost like I don't know about the percent. We're gonna talk about that later. So yeah, so the executive is Sandy Young, if I'm pronouncing that right, and she has 15 years of experience and has previously worked with many payment firms. And the Ripple and XRP community, like the XRP army, which we call them, they are like they are waiting for that pump and like waiting for that pump to come up. And they have announced that she will be appointing as a managing director for European operations. And yeah, man, that's great to be honest, like because there's been a lot of stuff going with XRP is like having a lot of struggles, legal issues, and with like the SEC lawsuit, the court or the judge, which is like mostly like according to me, they favors like it's going towards XRP. They have given SEC 2 weeks notice, 2 months, sorry, and the next is gonna be in September. 2 months notice to prove some validated documents. And yeah, so what brings to it? And because the executive appoints represent a huge opportunity for the European operations, because of her leadership, deep understanding of the payment landscape, and the knowledge of how to grow and scale the business. And this is the thing that I want to talk about is like 25% of Ripple customers are represented by the European demographic. And European demographic is like their on-chain liquidity, on-demand liquidity transition grew by almost 2.5 times as compared to like 2020. So yeah, so it's a great thing for the XRP army, or like for Ripple as a company. And this was there has been also a talk. I think it is an old talk, but yeah, so there might be IPOs soon after the SEC lawsuit. So yeah, this is the first thing that I want to talk about. And the second thing, which the title of this video suggests, is like, according to media, the Bitcoin has died 29 times this year. Is like it's like media portrays a narrative. And if you can see this, like whenever Bitcoin is like it's moving down, media pushes it down, creates more FUD. And this is the chart I want to show. So each red dot shows like where media says Bitcoin is dead. So you can see all the way up to all the way down, media is just saying Bitcoin is dead, Bitcoin is dead. And when you compare like 2019 to 20, like it started, it just not started like now. This narrative of Bitcoin is dead started since its early days, since it's like 2010. So in 2019 it was 41 times until now. We are like in middle of the year, like almost halfway through it. 29 times have been declared dead. And I like this graph, like how the price action moves and how people are saying it's dead. So yeah, I just love this. And yeah, so this is the first time that it was shared. Like the author said that in 2010 Bitcoin can't be a currency. Like I must be like, if I'm that person, I must be like putting my head to the walls. Like in 2010. Like this is like old times, and like if he had just bought some of it, some put like $100 into it, I'm pretty sure at 2010 the price was like around like $1 to like $5, like less than that. That writer is be cursing himself, like he thought Bitcoin can't be a currency. And similarly to right now, Bitcoin is worth exactly zero. These articles are coming up. So this is like, if you have been into the crypto space, I've been not long, but when I talk to the OGs, it's like Bitcoin, it's like till now almost more than 400 to 500 times has been like, oh, media has declared like Bitcoin has been dead. So that's what I want to talk about. The title. Other than that, there's like, I want to talk about the Bitcoin, another Bitcoin expect. So yeah, so LA, the doctor. So like there's a doctor in Texas who referred himself as Dr. Bitcoin, and he's facing 5 years in prison. Why? So if you guys don't know, like I don't know if where you're from. I'm guessing mostly from India from the chat. So it's illegal in states to sell Bitcoin if you are not an exchange. So you can buy Bitcoin from an exchange, but you cannot be your own exchange. And that was the person was doing. So the US Department of Justice, DOJ, announced Tuesday that Texas resident Mark Alexander Hopkins has pleaded guilty to illegal operating a cash to cryptocurrency conversion business. So what he did was he ignored the federal law and allowed like fraudsters and like criminals, what I'm reading, but like yeah, allowed folks to use Bitcoin to operate under the radar of law and enforcement. So he determined to so what he would do, he would get so if you are a patient, like if you are a person, I'm Dr. Bitcoin, so the patient would give me cash and I would give him Bitcoin. So that's like he is operating as an exchange, and in US with some fees and stuff. Yeah, and in US it's like it's illegal because he was not licensed to conduct a crypto exchange business in the state and was not registered as money transmitting business with the financial crimes or their agency. So that's why it's like he is now facing 5 years in prison. So just want to mention, like if you are doing this kind of thing, just beware. If it can happen in US, it can happen in any of the countries. So just beware about that. So yeah, this topic we covered about. So yeah, this is this is like a fascinating story. Like this is not related to like crypto and stuff as a whole, but this is like the story that I want to talk about, just like financial, like personal finance, because I'm huge into personal finance, and just want to talk about like what is happening. So Robinhood. So if you guys don't know about Robinhood, Robin is like the free trading app of the US. Just like what we have Zerodha, Upstocks, Grow in India, it's like their version of it, but it's far more bigger. It's like on a bigger scale. It's like Robinhood is like trying to IPO at like $100 billion evaluation. So it's like much bigger. It's like much bigger than any of the exchanges that we have. So, and if you guys don't know, Robinhood has many issues with their apps, because just put it that way, they have issues with the apps where like there have been backend issues. The app is not working, and sometimes if I had money in Robinhood account, it does not show up, so the person might get stressed. So because of the app does not work when there's a lot of volatility in the market. So when the market is moving very fast, the app does not work, it crashes. So due to all of this ongoing problems, Robinhood has been fined $70 million. So the amount, this is the biggest amount that the FINRA, the agency behind this, or the institution who regulate this, it is like the largest fine that has been issued. But this is not what I want to focus on. So as you can see, like there's been widespread and significant harm suffered by the customers. It's like a counterparty risk. So if I'm using their app, like I might get like depression and stuff, and a person has like a child has like suicide because of this, because when he Alex Kearns, a 20-year-old trader who died of suicide last June, because he thought like he was over $700,000 in debt, which actually was a back-end issue from the Robinhood app. So that's like you can have like many issues with them. So there have been issues with them. The thing that's like most fascinating me. So according to 70 billion, 57 billion is going for like penalties for fees, or like it's going to FINRA. Rest 12.6 billion is going to the customers as like the plus interest and stuff like this. So this is what like I don't understand. It's like, if you are taking this action, why you are taking 57 million to your own? I understand, yeah, you have to run the agency, like not the agency, like you have to pay the employees and stuff, but you are taking almost 75% of its value, more than 75% of it, I must say. Yeah, so they're taking 80% of the value, and then 20% has been distributed to like the user. That is like, I feel a little bit, I don't understand this properly. Maybe I'm like too dumb to understand this, but it's like, this is like, okay, so there's something else behind this, according to me, allegedly. So this is what I want to like cover about. So like they are giving only like how much it is, like 1/5 of the value to the users, and rest is like taking to them. So that's like very fascinating to me, like how they are doing this. And for Robinhood, it's not a big deal. 70 million, it's like not a big deal. It's $100 billion company, and people has lost more than $1 billion just in the GameStop and AMC drama, which has been going on. So 70 billion for Robinhood is like a drop in the bucket. They have big VCs behind them, and it's like it's a revenue generating firm, which is like, it's a great app, to be honest. Like it is one of the greatest app if you are new. That's like the best thing you can do is like go to Robinhood and buy stocks. So yeah. So that's the thing. Other than that, what else? This we talked about. So yeah. So this is like I'm very interested about. So like because of the hash rate, like we talked in the very first live stream, we talked like the hash rate was going down and down, and it was like 50% less. And the mining firms, the big mining firms in like just like Heartrate. So Heartrate Mining is like a publicly traded company, or like a Bitcoin or like cryptocurrency mining firm that is operates from North America, and they are adding 44 million of like hashing machines. Sorry. So they are so it's one of the biggest. So to say so, and it's like they are buying 44 million. So that proves that like if someone is putting that much amount of money, they really believe in this stuff. It's like they're not joking. So they believe that. So every Bitcoin that they have mined, they have not sold any of that at all. So they are really believing. So if these people are believing, I don't understand why the retail folks getting are like panicked. They're going for the long haul. This equipment is not be delivered to them in October, and they can't run finally till December. So it's not just like a 6 months play for them. It's a long term play. I think that's what every user should be thinking of. They are not thinking for a long term. They have like around like 3600 Bitcoin that they have mined, and they have not sold any of it. They are holding all the way through, and I'm expecting like many users should also do that. So yeah, they have been like, they raised $82 million fund, and now they're like buying like almost half of it for like adding more Bitcoin mining powers to them, and which will increase their hashing power to like 2.5 hashes. Yeah, and right now they are like producing 6.5 to 7.5 Bitcoin a day. And with this, it will increase almost double, 40 to 16 Bitcoin a day. So I think that's like fascinating story that I find out from Bitcoin mining. So if you guys are into it, this is like history in making. This news or this article is like history in making. So if you guys remember, like the founder or like the inventor of the World Wide Web, the WWW, Sir Tim Berners-Lee, has sold an NFT of the code of the WWW of the web source code for $5.4 million source code as an NFT. So, and what the NFT was, it was a 30-minute clip. I'm gonna show you. It's like, it's this. It's a 30-minute clip of the code. It's like kind of an animated thing. So it's a 30-minute clip clip of this, and it has been, you can see it has been bought for $5.4 million. So this is an NFT, and if you can see, like so this is just fascinating to me. This is like history in making. So this is like literally about this like goes till 30 minutes, like 30 to 25. So you can literally see that the whole source code of like the www, the World Wide Web. Yeah. And so like Peter Cakes. But this like the NFT mania has been like on a dip now, because even if it's like a lot of money, but if you compare to like $69 million, which was like Beeple sold for, it's still less. And if you see, so first of all, like let's talk about why the Sir Tim decided to like sell an NFT or like the www source code. Why? So he believes that NFTs, be they artwork or digital artifacts like this, it's literally internet history. They are the latest playful creation this realm and most appropriate means of ownership that exist. They are ideal way to package the origin behind the web. So I think that's like his quote or kind of something. And if you see, like the NFT mania has been like kind of on a dip. So like this, like February was like at its peak. It's like, you can see like February, it's like 200 million. So like 205 million in trading volume. Now it's like 18.3. And if you see the most like popular Nifty gateway, which is owned by the Winklevoss twins, which owns the Gemini exchange. So they have seen a 94% decline in their sales from like 145 million to 7.6. And this chart shows like, so you can see NFT was not a thing like way earlier. So you can see like a very small volume, and then it pumps up, and then it's like on a downtrend. Yeah. So that's it I want to talk about. So history has been sold now. If you want to like, I will put this link for you guys in the chat if you want to see what the NFT looks like. So yeah. Other than that, should we talk about this or let's talk about this first, because this is like more fascinating story to me, to be honest. So US congressman, like let's not talk about like who is trying to do. Let's talk about the people in the government. They are trying to reverse cryptocurrency transactions. Okay, so the point that they're coming from is, let's like debunk what they're trying to think. So they're thinking from a prospect like the colonial hack that happened recently, or any criminal or any illicit activity that is happening. These folks are taking Bitcoin to it. So they are like proposing that the cryptocurrency transaction that is happening to like criminals or any kind of this stuff should be reversible. So they should be able to reverse the transactions. And if you don't know about crypto, so you can reverse the transaction of the credit card. Why? Because credit card is a layer 5 solution to money. So if you don't know about like the layer 5 solution, so like layer 1 is gold, layer 2 is paper money, and after on top of it, it's like layer 5 money is credit card. So the every credit card transaction that you do, it's not settled before 90 days. So it takes like around 90 to 120 days just to settle that amount, the real amount. It shows on your like on your bank account like it has been done, but actually it has not been settled. So yeah, so you can reverse the credit card transaction. That's why like if you put in a credit card, you call the customer, like if a fraud is happening, if someone uses your credit card to swipe this, they can like reverse the transaction. It's easy because it's happening on layer 5. But here the issue comes in with me. The law officials are thinking they could reverse the cryptocurrency transaction such as Bitcoin. I think that's where the education needs to come in place, because if you have been into crypto, you understand Bitcoin is kind of nothing is top of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is Bitcoin, and the whole concept of cryptocurrency is once the transaction goes through, you cannot reverse it back. Even if you are an exchange, you are any person, or you are like a simple Sanjay Joe like me, you can't reverse this. And this is like what Twitter many were saying on social media is like the congressman and his attempt to reverse Bitcoin transaction. It states that they do not understand how Bitcoin works. Like it clearly mentions that they don't understand how Bitcoin technology works. It's not like they are not. So first of all, they are not under control of that. Bitcoin is totally decentralized network. So if someone wants to like reverse the transition, that's the whole like, then the whole network fails. So any Bitcoin that you have is worth zero to be actually. So yeah, so that's like I want to cover, like I want to talk about. Let's go through the article now. It's like it's just funny like how people are thinking like they could do this, because they did not put like those hours into it just for like to understand how it is. So the democratic rap, let's remove who they are. So this is like it's like more fascinating. They're the co-chair of congressional blockchain cautious. So they are in a position that they are suggesting the people in power like how the law should be made about this. I have no issues like the problems of ransomware attacks and how criminals are asking for Bitcoin and not cash. I have no issues with that. And the congressman stressed that there is a fundamental difference between crypto asset and real world asset, and we should make a law about it. I have no issues. You make a law, you regulate this stuff, it's good. More people will like understand this stuff. I have no issues with that. This is the issues that I come into place. They are emphasizing that the law must be passed to allow federal courts to identify crypto users and reverse transaction in Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. I think that's the whole concept of like Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is like to be pseudo anonymous. If it's like you can find me, then what's the difference between using a banking system and being your own bank? That's the whole difference of cryptocurrency that brings on the table. I think they are not able to understand this. And he discussed that the condition under which it can be reclaimed, like he's proposing that just like if anything's happened between two party, court, if you go to court, they can have like a third party to verify. So he says that if like someone dragged you in an alley and put a gun to your head and say, get your cell phone and transfer all of your Bitcoin to my wallet, are you just gonna luck, or how do you like find that other person who are gonna do that? So the first answer is, you don't carry your Bitcoin with you all the time. You put in a hardware wallet, a cold storage wallet, and you let it store somewhere else. You don't you just don't have, you should not have access to big amounts of money with you all the time. You should put in a hardware wallet that is like protected with your seed phrase, and you should like divide it, the seed phrase, and spread it across like whatever it is. So it's just like this I want to talk about. So yeah. So the other thing that he's mentioning, like for people like big crypto whales that they have major part of their net worth tied in crypto asset, they are going to want to have a security blanket of a trusted third party. I think that the whole concept is, you don't want to trust anyone. You trust it with yourself. With Bitcoin, you are your own bank, and with being your own bank, you have responsibilities. So you have to remember all of the stuff. So like it's just simple like that. With responsibilities, with great powers come great responsibilities. So with this much of power the Bitcoin network has, you should be able to responsible. So yeah, that's what my whole take is on this. So yeah, so I'm talking about like we were like seeing like the Compound and app where they are getting a traction. It has been like pumping 10-16%. So for Compound, I can tell you like Compound is like launching a new service called Treasury, and they're focusing on institutions. So they are in a launchpad with Circle. So if you don't know, Circle is in like partnership with Coinbase, and they have made a USDC stable coin. So that's like Circle is the company behind that. So they launched a treasury, a new DeFi service designed for only institutions. This new service will seek to offer institutions the chance to garner DeFi based gains without having to go extra mile. So it's just for like the institution to get into the DeFi space, because right now most of the products that are out there, they are like, they have locked value of like millions. But when you come into like the DeFi space with the institution, they have billions. So there need to be like some sort of like infrastructure built into it, because these the things that the DeFi plays, that the retail investor, they are risky, and the institution can't take that amount of risk, to be honest. So Treasury will allow third parties to get fiat to enter, and Compound is one. I think I think Compound is the best. It's the bridge. It's the best bridge. I cannot think of it a better bridge than Compound, because many big investors like A16Z and like I don't know how, like if you go to our Compound website, let's go to Compound website, compound.finance. Why it's not working? Let's check it right now. Yeah, let's see. Yeah. So if you see, like, let's talk about this. So A16Z, Bain Capitals, Panera Capital. So these are like all big players. So these are like institution investors. We are not talking some small amount of money. So see, A16Z had 13.2% governance in like the Compound protocol. And I think this address must be like the Compound Labs. So you can see like the Compound is the perfect place for like institution to gain DeFi exposure. I think that's like the best thing. And they've also mentioned like working with a Compound treasury will give our members access to the protocol interest rate through a simple unified experience. So I think it's a best bridge between institutions and the DeFi. So if you guys remember, yesterday there was an article which was talking about like, it was from an article from Decrypt, and like I think Decrypt is one of the most like neutral side, because like CoinDesk and Cointelegram, they are like both owned by Coinbase and like big institutions, so they can manipulate things. That's what's interest of their business. But yeah, so on Decrypt we were reading like not many big institutions are like getting away from Bitcoin, and I don't think like this article says that. Like, don't listen to what they are saying. See what they are doing. Morgan Stanley like still holding 28,000 Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. So if you don't know Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, it's like one of the easiest way for any institution to get exposure to Bitcoin without actually holding Bitcoin. So Grayscale owns, Grayscale is one of the biggest publicly institution who hold Bitcoin. It's like more than 600,000 Bitcoins. And if you see Morgan Stanley around, they took like 2,800 Bitcoin. They invested 1.3 million and now they have 880,000. Though they are still down because like all the gains from like the January has been wiped out, to be honest. But yeah. So just wanted to talk about, don't listen to what they are saying, just listen to what they are doing. Yep. And the last article is like the China. So China is releasing the CBDC, and if you don't know what CBDC is like central bank digital currency, which is like not equal to cryptocurrency, but yeah. So they are doing like the test version, like doing a testing of like the digital yuan, and it will be used in Beijing rail transit service, which will be accepting digital yuan for subway routes through an integration with Industrial Commerce Bank of China. So they will be accepting digital yuan payment from transport services, and they have launched their campaign, which will enable like passengers, which like 24 subway lines, to pay using like CBDC or ECNY. That's like their name of it. So Indian. So just want to compare with India. The government talks about we will launch a digital rupee and stuff. China has been working into the CBDCs since 2016, and they are still like testing. So even if like India gets all the resources, and I'm getting like, even if India learns from everything, it will take them at least years, 3 to 4, 5 years at least. Like, let's be optimistic. The last article that we read about, like the governor of France clearly said that if proper rules or regulation are not being made, or proper steps are not being made within the next year or two, they are running against time. Cryptocurrency will literally harm the monetary system of every country, and I can truly see that. Why? Because as a person, I have 100% of my assets. I do everything in cryptocurrency. I just have my bank account just to have the minimum balance, because I cannot like remove the bank account, because still you need bank account in India. But yeah, everything I do on crypto. If I have to pay someone, I get paid in crypto. Not paid, like I do bounties and stuff. I get like grants in crypto. If I want to pay someone, I pay in crypto. I want to share value, I do something. I get interest on my crypto through staking, just like a DeFi play. So yeah, so just want to mention, even if like India is saying like they will get this stuff, but it takes much longer. And India is a country where like everything has a like a political side to it, which like comes just to like a different conversation. So yeah, just want to mention like it takes some time to be honest with you guys. And so yep, if you have guys any questions or like anything you want to ask me, put down in the comment section of the video, like in the chat. I'm like, I will message you shortly, or you can contact me on Instagram or Twitter. Yup. And let's see what we can do. I hope we can be a great community together. Let's be a great community. Let's learn together. I'm still very early. Like I don't have like even 100 subscribers. But yeah, but I'm not doing this for like subscriber. But it's good. It's a great motivation to see people are coming in viewing. I'm streaming, like no one is watching, but I'm still streaming because I love to talk about crypto. So it's like, it's just my hard work and it's a grind to do in the very start. I have no idea how I'm like gonna like get more subscriber. I'm just gonna do live streaming because I think making videos, it's like, I believe in like, don't make document stuff. So I think that's like the easiest way for me to document about it. So like these are the articles that I'm reading all the day, and like I just like to share with you guys my opinion, my thought. So yeah. Thanks a lot for your time. If you have watched a single bit of it, appreciate your like anything you are appreciating. If you are in the crypto space, it means a lot. And now I think I will let you guys go. Don't waste any of your time. Get your Thursday back to you guys, and see ya. Peace out.